Hey folks, I just thought I'd give a little walkthrough of how to work with the new MegaZine we've got as part of the All Intros package. Dr. Wuro, myself and Dillo got this prepared, and we had some folks provide content. I think Julian's here, Dillo's here, and myself. And yeah, we've got a nice little magazine for you. We can only provide the PDF for you to print out. But still, you can have fun with this, and there's some instructions on how to work with it, and what sort of key presses, how they are described in the text. And yeah, it's if for any folks that want to have a shot at this, yeah, there's 4 type-in games, and yeah, it's we didn't have enough time to make a checksummer. So that's why I thought I'd just go through a little bit with you to sort of see how it sort of flows a little. I don't know how easy it is to read. And the sort of gotchas I face when I try to type in some things. So I'll just, let's say, go through maybe this first program, HexMine, starts with a 10. Hopefully this is readable. Yeah, it's a little difficult to know how many of these are needed for the rem, the equal signs. There's like a rem space initialization. Oh, it's got a Z in it. And 30. Okay. Oh, actually, one thing I forgot to do is maybe check whether there's anything already here. Oh, there already was something here. See, that's a bad thing. You should probably type new before there's any program type. So yeah, be sure to type new. 10 rem. Let's try that again. Initialization. And no doubt I've got the number of equal signs wrong there. And so maybe just some things we can try and do to help here. Desave, I'll save it under the name we're expecting it to be saved as. Oh, and also I should remind that we should be saving these to the intro 4 disk. Why do we want to save it there? Because the comparison files we compare against are on that disk. So if I do a dir.star.cmp, oh, yeah, all those files, HexMines, these are actually the files. So you don't really need to type it in. You could just rename these and you're done. But if you just miss the fun of typing things in, and this is our poor man's replacement of a checksummer right now. But yeah, the idea will be you'll save what you have here. Let's say we've got these 3 lines, and we'll desave it as HexMines. Oops, sorry, just HexMines on its own. Ah, it's already on this disk. Oh, I'm going to replace it then. Oh, that's right. I did start working on it prior to doing this. I'm going to lose all my work so far, but anyway, that's okay. All right, I'll save it. And the hope is then that we can verify against what's there. Verify isn't too helpful. Hopefully you can see that, and the book's not in the way too much. Yeah. So I type verify hexmines.cmp. So the idea being verify what's in memory right now against this hexmines.cmp file. Oh, good grief. Oh, I typed it wrong. Sorry. I'll do escape tab. Oh, sorry, escape @ sign. Get rid of everything. Verify hexmines.cmp. Okay, it says verify error at 2001. Well, that's a little bit of a clue already, because that kind of hints that the first line is wrong. But how exactly is the first line wrong? I mean, I suppose we could resave it and fix it. But this time, at least I'll show you a little cheat you could do. What you could do is I'm going to change the speed to 1. And I'm going to list the comparison file. So the comparison file is hexmines.cmp, and as it's listing, I'm just going to run stop it early. Okay, so I see that I find that doing this during the comparison is helpful, because you don't lose what you've typed in memory. That's still in memory, but it's just printing this beside it so we can quickly compare and so say, okay, I need a few more of these. Is that right? That's about right. Yeah, that should do it. I can use escape K to go to the end there quickly and press return on that. So I'll just do escape I here. Oh, sorry, why didn't that work? Escape I to insert. I think, yeah, okay. So if I do verify This last verify failed at 2001, the start of basic, so the first line was wrong. So if I verify again, hex mines.cmp, okay, we see it's moved on now. It says verify error at 2061. So we know that these lines are probably okay, and we can move on from this and type the next few lines. So all right, I'll try a few more of these. So I can do escape @ to delete everything down there. What else should I do? Okay, next up is speed. 50 font C, print CHR $27. 4. Oops, let's say that's a typo of 4, but let's keep it there. Screen clear, background 1, border 1. Okay, 60 volume 50, 70 envelope. 1, 2, 10, 15, 10, 3. Okay, I've typed in a few more. What can I do? I'll desave it. To overwrite the previous one, I use an @ first and do hex mines, and that's saved. So if I was then to verify against hex mines CMP, it says 2000, verify error at 2079, which probably still isn't very helpful to us. We know it's a line somewhere in here, but which line? That becomes the gotcha. So what I tend to do here is I'll bring this closer to the top. When I don't know which line it is, and I know this is a poor man's replacement of a real checksummer that will tell you a bit more easily, what I can do is I sometimes inject a line of garbage. So let's say if I do 45 blah blah blah, and if I save it, press return there, and if I verify it, but when I verify it, I want to check if this number changes or not. So I'm going to verify hex mines. It changed, it got smaller. And what that tells me is that the error must be after line 45. So it could be 50, it could be 60, it could be 70. All right, so if I get rid of that line and save it again, with ease gone from 2068 back to 2079. So if I then go to 55, line 55, and put some garbage in there and save that, if this number changes again, it means that the error must be after that line. But if it stays the same, it must mean the error is before that line. So if I do a verify now, it stays at 2079. So that's my hint that the problem was between 45 and 55. So yeah, apologies. I know a checksummer would have been much nicer than this, but it's just an interim solution until, you know, those of us in the community that want to put time into making a new checksummer for the Mega 65 get around to it. And yeah, hopefully by next year, you know, someone in the community will put their hands up and say, yeah, I'll do that. And yeah, it'll be easier next time. But for now, it's okay. You can get by with this. You can use your tricks like, you know, listing the program, you know, comparing what's there already. And if need be, at worst case, you know, if you're just completely frustrated, you could even do, you know, rename hex mines CMP to hex mines and be done with it, and then you could even load it straight up from the intro. I hope you won't do that, because, you know, if you've gone all the way to print out the PDF and make yourself a nice magazine here, you'll probably miss the fun of typing things out from the magazine. But so far I've enjoyed it. I gave it a go for 30 minutes before making this video, and yeah, I had fun with it. And I think the length of the programs are okay. You might be sitting at it for an hour or two before you get your result. But yeah, I think the reward after typing those things in is worth it. And yeah, I think for people that are interested in basic, just the going through the motions and typing these commands out, I think it sort of helps your muscle memory, remembering these commands, and see how other programmers have put these commands to good use. You know, as you type, you'll learn things and memorize things, and probably use them in your own programs eventually, and maybe share them in the next MegaZine. All right, yeah, I'll leave it at that. All right, okay, thanks for watching.